What is up guys, and welcome to another Red Dead Online video. In today's video we are going through types of missions we all want to see within the future of Red Dead Online. Now these are additions to the missions that we already have within the game, and not ones that I have just completely made up on the spot. The missions that I'm going to be talking about in this video will either fit under one of the categories that is already part of the game. So the missions that we already have within the game are stranger missions, bounty board missions, legendary bounties, resupply trader missions, delivery missions for trader and moonshiner, dynamic events, a land of opportunity missions, and also a life of shine. And as always with this type of video, if you agree or disagree with anything that I say in this video, then let me know in the comment section down below. So the first type of mission that players are looking to see more of within the future are the legendary bounties. And these type of missions were the biggest thing throughout the summer update. This is what people look forward to every single week. With what we're getting right now within Red Dead Online and also before the summer update, we never really got this type of content as a weekly update. What we normally had was some new items of clothing and then a weekly bonus and benefit, and it has slightly got better, but there was a massive jump during the summer update where we were then able to get legendary bounties every single week, and it was a different legendary bounty every week. As a whole, the legendary bounties were absolutely amazing, and what made them even better was the replayability that they had, just because they would increase in difficulty every single time you played them, going all the way up to a 5-star legendary bounty, which was the highest difficulty that you had. I've done a video already ranking my least favorite going all the way up to my favorite legendary bounties. If you would like to see that, I'll leave a link in the description down below. But even though I do have a list where I'm ranking them from my least favorite to favorite, there was only really one that I really didn't like, and that was Tobin Winfield. And that's just because I felt like I was just following him around non-stop, waiting for him to finally try to run away, which was very inevitable. I guessed that from the very beginning that he was going to try to do that. So the Tobin Winfield legendary bounty was very predictable for me, but every other bounty, even though I ranked them, there wasn't much tearing them apart. It was just very small preferences here and there, because after Tobin Winfield, when I go through my list, everything else is just absolutely amazing to play through, and the legendary bounties were very well done. And I think because these bounties are not connected to each other in any way whatsoever, Rockstar can just come back at any point, and whatever they think is cool or whatever they fancy, they can just chuck a legendary bounty in. With bounty missions, I'm not expecting them to come back within the next update and give us as many missions as what we had before within the summer update. But what you might see is that there's an extra 2 or 3 legendary bounties, and I'll be fully down for that, even if it is only 2 or 3 legendary bounties every single year. Next up, players would like to see more dynamic events. Dynamic events were added part of the spring update last year, and when they were first added, not many people paid attention to them. But since then we've had the summer update, and then we've also had the moonshine update, and Rockstar have added more and more dynamic events to the original list. And I do believe that Rockstar will carry on adding to this list, because there's so many different ways in which they can take dynamic events, and dynamic events, just by adding them within the world, it actually makes a more immersive world. One area that I think dynamic events are lacking, and it has been something that I've talked about many times before in this channel, probably going all the way back to when the spring update first came out and we first got these dynamic events, is that I would love more dishonorable options within these events. I think as a whole, Red Dead Online is lacking that dishonorable side. It is incredibly easy to be honorable. It would be nice to see a dynamic event where you're just roaming and then all of a sudden a stranger flags you down and he tells you that there's a stagecoach ahead which they were planning to rob, but all of a sudden his horse just died, and it's your job to take this stranger to that stagecoach, rob the stagecoach, and then quickly get out of there. The mission itself will only last for 3 or 4 minutes, just like the other dynamic events, and they are using very similar mechanics. Stranger flags you down, we've already seen that. You need to take this stranger to a certain location, we've already seen that. But this is just a dishonorable side to the game. And then the final type of missions that players would like to see more of is the main missions, and that is a land of opportunity missions and also a life of shine. Now it's a guarantee that in the future we will get more missions of a land of opportunity missions. It's been a while since we've had any new missions for this area, but Jessica LeClerk's story still hasn't finished. There's still a couple more people that they need to assassinate, and with that there's probably going to be more additional missions just on the side. You also have dishonorable missions for this area as well, so it's guaranteed that we will get a land of opportunity missions within the future, but it's not a guarantee that we're going to get a life of shine. And personally, I do not know about you guys, but a life of shine is by far the best missions that we have within Red Dead. Even though there's only 5 missions within a life of shine and there's 13 missions within a land of opportunity, I would pick a life of shine missions over a land of opportunity missions, just because personally I think they're better. In a couple of a life of shine missions, you have the option to go in stealthy or you have the option to go in guns blazing, and the ones where you do not not have the option are just very highly intense missions to play through. With a Land of Opportunity missions, there are some very good missions within there. One that I really like is banks don't rob themselves, and this was the first time within Red Dead that we were able to rob a bank. But the final mission within A Life of Shine beats all other missions. It is that good, it is that intense, and it's that good of a story, and I just want to see more of it. So if we cannot get more missions within A Life of Shine, maybe we can get similar missions that we've had within A Life of Shine cross over to a Land of Opportunity missions, or any other main missions for that matter that we can very well get within the future. But anyway guys, let me know in the comment section down below, do you agree, do you disagree with anything I've said, and if you do disagree, what other types of missions would you like to see in the future? I said at the beginning there are quite a few different categories of missions. In this video I didn't even talk about stranger missions, the bounty board missions, resupply trader missions, delivery missions for trader and or moonshiner. So if you do have any other ideas of improvement or things that you would like to see added to those missions, also let me know in the comment section down below. But anyway guys, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. But for now, I'm going. So see ya.